everyone, welcome to your reading today. Today's pick a card reading is going to be, the three piles are different, so I'm going to say there's not an overall theme, so let's consider it a general message. Okay, let's get into what the pile options are. If you haven't been to my Etsy shop yet, head over because I do post my art there. These are the first feather hairpins that I have made. This is featuring a vintage cameo, kind of darker, I almost want to say like deathcore vulture culture theme. It does have a shark tooth on here and it clips into your hair or headband. Okay, so for pile one, you can find all of these hairpins in my Etsy shop or contact me through Etsy for only for professional inquiries first of all, but also if you want to contact me for a custom piece, we can discuss that there. Pile number one, the channeled song is Stay Blessed, just a vessel for a natural disaster. Okay, that's the line of the song for your reading. Okay, we have pile number three. That's in the wrong pile. Okay, so let's switch that. Pile number two, bite your tongue like a bad habit. Okay, this one we have the peacock feather, we have some turquoise, some seashells. This is getting into some steampunkness with the clock, and we do have a vintage cameo piece here. It does open like this. All right, so if you like pile number two, if you want to pick up a new feather hat pin or hairpin, check out my Etsy shop. There's only one. Go to the real one. It's 22mysticsshop.etsy.com. Okay, pile number three, we have Started from the Bottom, Now We're Here from Drake. And this is definitely steampunk-esque. It's giving steampunk. It's giving the Matrix. We do have the clock, the vintage cameo, and the phone here. Okay, so if you feel called to pick up so early gifts for the holidays or for your friends or whatever, check out my shop. Today, you can go ahead at this point and jump to the linked timestamp that I'm going to put in the comments, and I'll see you in your reading. If you want to stay for the card selection, then we're going to do that now. Okay, so we're going to be creating the three piles here. Pile number one, pile number two, and pile number three. So let's keep three piles out. Let's shuffle one more time. Oh, these cards are jumping. I'm going to put the bottom one back in. We're just going to take three. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. All right, we're going to go pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3. Okay, so I am hearing for the three piles, we're going to take 8. We're going to take 8 cards from each. 8 cards for each pile from this tarot. Okay, so we're in pile 1 right now. What do we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna pull from the top. 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. I'm gonna shuffle again for pile 2. Make sure we're recording today, because yesterday, pile 3, I did not hit record, but it's Mercury retrograde, so we gotta embrace that. Pile number 2, 8 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll take the bottom of the deck too. 8. Alright, let's do a little shuffly here. We are going to use another tarot deck during the reading to see what's going on. Pile 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We'll take the bottom of the deck as number 8. Do we need any other cards before we move on here? Let's also get into the Shaman's Way Oracle. I can't wait for my new cards to come this week. I love the cards I've been using, but I'm ready for a change. I love getting new cards, so if you do feel called to send a donation through Cash App, only use the link. It's 22Mystics shop, but it's in the description. If you'd like to buy a deck for the channel, if you'd like to make a donation to buy some sage or Palo Santo, I really appreciate it. It does help me to buy things for the channel. Okay, pile 1. Pile 2. These cards are thicker. It feels like that's more than one card. And pile 3. All right. Thank you for being here today with me, and I will see you in your reading. If you have chosen pile number 1, let's put that there. And let's put that there. Okay. That's going to be pile 1. Let's get some water and get into pile number 1. Alright, hello pile 1, welcome to your reading. Thank you so much for your Cash App donations that have been coming in. Don't forget to subscribe. Let's get in this, okay? The channel song is Stay Blessed. The lyric that stood out to me is just a vessel for a natural disaster, okay? So whether you feel like that's your energy or someone else's energy around you, for some of you, I'm hearing your person's energy, okay? And this is with the steampunk-esque, I'm going to call it the Death Vulture Culture theme hairpin. If you want to pick that up, it's first come, first serve in my Etsy shop, 22mysticshop.etsy.com. Okay, so we've already pulled the cards. If you want to see pile selection, you can go back and view that. We're starting off here with separation, okay? Some of you, I'm getting like a toxic energy here. So either you're in a toxic energy or your person has been, and it has led to a separation. Let's keep your tarot cards to the side for a moment. Okay, so what's going on here? Cult leader, feral simp, okay? So I feel like you or your person could be a cult leader. For some of you, this could have been childhood. You dealt with growing up in a cult potentially, or for some of you it might not have been that as extreme. It could have been more like a communal living, like I heard hippie dome, the movie Biodome could resonate for some of you. And we have feral simp. Some of you are dealing with a feral simp here. There's a lyric in, look up the lyrics for the channeled song Stay Blessed, because there's also a lyric that goes into, there's some line about God. I don't know if it's saying that he's a god or it doesn't feel like a god. So go ahead and watch that music video. It was just posted on YouTube at the time of this video 9 days ago. It's blowing up online, and go read the lyrics, okay? We have the frog energy here, so you could be wanting to work with the frog spirit animal, and your inner child oracle card is Silent Night. Oh, you have two, and in a tangle, okay? So work, if you're doing inner childhood work or shadow work right now, use the frog spirit animal. Look it up, how to work with it. But it's also giving me, for those of you that this is like it's giving me the reference of I don't even know what fairy tale or what story it's from, but like kiss the frog or the toad and they're gonna turn into a prince. And it's like, whoever you're dealing with here, like you either don't want to or you were not able to like kiss that person and turn them into a prince, okay? You could be feeling like you're in a tangle. You could be having some restless, sleepy nights. And some affirmations for you to work with. I am calm and connected to bliss. I am strong, fierce, capable, and free. Okay. Interesting energy. So you could have really like detangled yourself here. Let's put the simp card up there. So stay blessed. Stay blessed. All right, what's this about? We got the Four of Wands. Ace of Cups. So a lot of you, if this is a person you don't want to be with or around, you're finding your inner peace. You could be getting into esoteric dance, or that could be healing for you. What that means, depending on where you live, there are some places now that are offering in-studio esoteric dance, or you could find like a meetup for guided esoteric dance. You could look up videos about it. You could get into belly dancing, or you could just put on music and dance around, okay? For others of you, this is like an emotional offer for union. Someone here could have even like proposed to you, I feel. We have the Two of Cups. The Tower and the Two of Pentacles. The Nine of Wands and the Ten of Wands with the King of Swords. Yeah, so this is a separation. Okay, I'm getting two energies. For some of you, this is like someone you love, but it's just like toxic right now. And for others of you, I'm getting almost like stalker energy. Like you don't want to be around that person. They could be sending you emotional offers or whatever. And it's like, that ain't the Prince Charming. That ain't the frog I want to kiss. For some of you, you could actually be having both of these experiences overlapping, especially with the way that I laid the cards down. Okay, so I feel like you got that simp energy, feral cult leader. So who's the feral cult leader? Like, I feel like in a funny, positive way, that could be you. But also, the cult leader could be scary, kind of like, what is his name? If you're watching the news lately, which I don't condone, I don't recommend watching a lot of news. But one of the women involved with the cult, I think it's with the Manson family murder. You know, she's trying to get out of jail for a murder she participated in with, you know, being led by a cult leader. Okay, so that can also be feral, not good for your life, many things here. But I can also see the humor here and like, oh, I'm a cult leader, this is funny. I also, it's giving the ritual tarot. So there's a tarot deck I found a YouTuber talking about called the ritual tarot, and I wasn't able to order it right now, so I think it's because it's about to actually be released, and it wasn't showing that I could purchase it on Kickstarter, so I feel like the campaign ended or is about to. Why I'm talking about this is on her page, the author of that deck, I feel like her name was Tiara something. One of her, like on her website or whatever for her email list, it's like, it says join my cult. You could put your email in there, and I thought that was cool. So for me, that felt like a little bit humorous, I guess. A little bit like, I think we need to take spirituality and, you know, cults seriously and see the pros and cons there. But I also think that there's a time and a space to kind of like destruct that and be like, okay, what are we really looking at here? And that could be your message of deconstructing like what's happening kind of in your mind right now, of like, what do I want to hold on to and what do I want to let go of? And I mean that more so like energetically. Okay. I feel like the energy of in this reading that maybe you could be experiencing relief. Like you could be along the lines of like, no one really understands what I'm going through. So hearing someone explain it to you could maybe bring you some clarity or a type of, I'm hearing, temporary peace. So let's get into this. Why is this simp card here? You could be dealing with a water sign for those of you who have a simp person or you're the simp. The cult leader. It could be someone that is really going within right now, that you are in a definitely separation from, or you feel separated from that part. You may have left, turn your back, and there's no communication. For some of you, if you were working with like a guru or a spiritual leader, you could have ended that. It could have started getting like feral, whether the results you were seeing in your life following, I heard fighting, but also following that guidance. Okay, with the 10 of Wands, we have the Ace of Cups. We have 2 Ace of Cups here. I think it's just really time to not give in to your emotions, but it's like there's definitely, with the 4 of Wands and the 4 of Wands reverse, it's like, okay, for some of you, I'm getting different energies. For some of you, this is about a relationship and not a literal cult. For others of you, this is like actually you worked with a spiritual leader or guru. For others of you, you grew up and had a childhood like in a cult. And for others of you, there was one more energy. Others of you, like you're the cult leader, but you're like on break. Taking a time out, kind of hermit mode. For some of you, you also could have been married to someone who started going down like a different religious, spiritual, or cult path that has caused you to go into separation. Like it could just be they're taking it to the extreme at this time. It's giving the energy, so people that I've heard about, it's not necessarily people that I know, but people that I have heard about have, you know, it's like someone, I'll give you an example. This doesn't have to be it, but it's an example. Like say someone was raised Christian, they're in the Christian church, and then something happens, and like, say maybe they discover like the Kabbalah, And they start to change religions to Judaism, and this causes like towers in their life because they're questioning the spirituality. They're starting to spend a lot of time reading different spiritual texts, and this can affect their life in many different ways. And they're like, who is this person? Like, I don't recognize them anymore. They start maybe growing out their beard. They start wearing, I can't think of the term, but like, you know, I've seen a lot of Jewish men, for example, wear the hat, the little one, okay? So excuse me there, I can't remember the name of it at this moment. But you start seeing this change that can actually look in like change in appearance. And I'm not really discussing like what I think about that or what you should think about, but you could be observing, like for some of you, it's someone that you're married to or someone important in your life. Like you saw them go through this either religious or spiritual change. For some of you, you saw someone join a cult. And so it's like, it's interesting to watch someone go through that change. For others of you, this is the energy of like, okay, I heard drew up, so you could also be an artist or be dealing with an artist. It's the energy of like, I grew up in a cult. It's giving teal swan. Okay, so if you're someone who resonates with teal swan or doesn't fully resonate with teal swan, but you may have at one point, she did grow up in a cult. But this is giving the energy like, do I want to go back to the cult? And it's almost like, it's like you already know your issues. You know you don't want that type of energy in your life. However, you still feel that pullback. It's like Stockholm syndrome. Okay? With the King of Swords and the Magician reversed with the Ace of Pentacles, for a lot of you, this separation, whether it's from a religion, a cult, a person, a marriage, whatever this is in your specific life, and I'm hearing this lifetime, whatever this is, I'm seeing opportunity here. Okay, so with the Stay Blessed song, really get into those lyrics. I feel like that's a song I want to listen to again because there's a lot there. And I do want to mention that for some of you, this could also relate to some type of, I'm going to say drug habit. Okay, whether that's something that you've encountered during your life or this person has, or you could have, either you or the person has like had a relapse. Right before I started filming, I started having like a massive nose drip. That could be a confirmation for someone on who or what we're talking about here. And what I want to say is, whatever you're going through, we got this tower, and this is the tower of opportunity. Okay, so whether this was a soulmate, whether this was your family, however this is playing out for you right now, I want you to be like really gentle with yourself and know that you may need to, I'm getting survivor energy. So like I'm also hearing Destiny Child song, I'm a survivor. So you've been through a lot, whatever this is. It's giving the energy of like, I feel that you're in a stable place within yourself, or you're working on getting there. And so I want to reframe this, if you're open to it, reframe this as an opportunity, okay? And I'm going to say it's not an opportunity to go back. I don't recommend that. If you're really heavily playing into that or contemplating that, like speak with a mental health professional, because this energy feels dangerous. Okay, so with the opportunity moving forward, let's see what's up. Okay, we have the Judgment card, the Five of Cups. Okay, so a lot of you have moved away from family or someone you thought was your family. We got that Seven of Swords. It's in the upright. In this particular deck, I actually don't get the Seven of Swords a lot, so that's why I'm looking at it like, okay, we don't usually get that. Okay, we got the Hangman and the Ten of Pentacles. Yeah, this is another perspective on family. For some of you, it's like you're trying to manifest family. Whether that's a new partner. For some of you, like if you left your family and joined a cult, it's maybe... I'm seeing the Six of Cups, so let's see if the Six of Cups comes out. But it's giving like... It may be time to speak with family if they'll speak with you. Yeah, use your intuition because it could be time. This is giving me the energy of a mother turning their back. For some of you, you could also be like a mother who had a child who joined a cult and you're watching this. And so you may also, there also could be like a separation with a child. At the bottom of the deck, we have the Five of Pentacles, the Ten of Swords, and the Three of Swords. So also under that, we have the Eight of Swords. So this is giving, it could be time to communicate with someone who, I'm going to say, has self-sabotage, okay? There's a lot of heartbreak over this situation, and it's like, it's either time to talk to someone in particular, or it's time to communicate honestly, maybe with yourself about your new start, what you want to bring in here, what you're passionate about. So some of you could also maybe need to go into some kind of like deprogramming, like cult deprogramming therapy, something like that. There is a website. What is the name? I can't think of the name off the top of my head, but there is a website. You could probably find it. The interesting thing is there's a lot of spiritual leaders on there. So like Deepak Chopra's on there. Teal Swan's on there. And they give you a lot of cult information. And look, even the cult leaders cards on top when we're clearing this out. So if you feel a need to like deprogram here, look for that website because there's like kind of this deprogramming site there. I think you might be able to email or talk to someone through that site if you're not in a financial position to like get a therapist or like some other kind of help, okay? And if you are someone, this could be another energy here, could be someone who has a family member in a cult and you haven't been able to get them out or speak to them. You may not be able to do that or control, you know, they may be staying in the cult. But the thing is, you may want to get help so that you can, like, for example, join a support group where you can learn with coping with that situation, basically. Okay, I'm being told to end the reading here. I feel like it's a little bit shorter, short and sweet. So really get into that song. Check out my Etsy shop if you'd like to do some shopping, some self-care there. And don't forget to subscribe, Pile 1. I'm sending you a lot of love out there. And I'll see you in your next reading. Okay, bye. Hi, Pile 2. Your channel song is Bite Your Tongue Like a Bad Habit. That's the lyric from it. The title of the song's Bad Habit. This is your feather hat pin, hairpin. If you want to check out my Etsy shop, it's 22mystics.etsy.com. And thank you so much for your Cash App donations. Okay, we're talking about grief and loss. I heard loft. So loft could be significant here. You could have a study, an office, or a room in a loft. Someone could have passed away in a loft, or I'm also getting an infant could have fallen off a loft. Okay. So take it how it resonates here, but we have the grief and loss card. Let's put your tarot cards to the side for a moment. And I am sending a lot of empathy to those of you dealing with a grief or a loss right now. And that is weird because the empathy card actually came out. Okay, we got the Fashion Witch and the Land Back card. Some of you could be in grief and loss about retiring an item that you loved in your outfit. Laid it to rest. You could be cutting it up. I'm also seeing the retail image. Some of you could be retail workers or have been in the past. I'm getting the image. So for those of you who have never worked retail, it's a little bit messed up. But some stores, if not many stores, when the items are not sold after they've gone on sale, the employees will be instructed by corporate, and they have to do this. They will destroy the items and trash them. So like an example would be like, oh, here's a leather belt. It hasn't sold, so you have to rip off all the buckles, put a Sharpie mark in it, and cut it up, or cut it in half and then put it in the trash. Okay, so it's really wasteful. Some of you could deal with or work with waste management. And some of you could have lost some land here. Okay, we have the Jaguar card here. Some of you could be working with a shaman or feel called to. Some of you could be a shaman or be in a relationship with a shaman. We have the Fly Free card here. I am my best self when I am truly me. And bend and be. So you could be a yogi or dealing with a yogi here. I adapt, shift, and grow. I am unbreakable. Okay, so that's really standing out to me as your affirmation today. I am unbreakable. So at this time, with whatever shadow work or basically regular work that you're doing in your life, go ahead and look up the Jaguar as your spirit animal to work with. Let's get into your tarot. I feel like these readings are going to be a little bit shorter today. It's just like, let's go in and get a quick boop message. You could have a pet that you boop. If you don't know what that means, it's like from TikTok. You could, I'm also, this kite is really standing out to me. Okay, so some of you could have children, or your inner child work is like go out and fly a kite. Why is the grief and loss card here? Okay, we got the star in reverse. Some of you, your divine counterpart may have, I don't want to scare you, so only take this as it resonates, but some of you, your divine counterpart, you're hearing them from the other side. Or if they're still living, you're seeing them in dreams. I feel like that same card just came out like a day ago, so I feel like I'm speaking to potentially the same person. Okay, we got the Five of Pentacles, Page of Wands reversed, the Hangman. Some of you could need to talk to someone about money. The Ten of Swords and the Three of Wands. What else? We got the Six of Pentacles reversed and the Temperance card. I feel like you're someone who's like at an emotionally stable place, or you're more emotionally stable than you think you are right now. You could be releasing a lot here. You've experienced a lot of loss, whether it's with people, places, things. I'm also hearing sense of identity, or for some of you, it could have been like identity theft. And the divine here is asking you to really focus on your self-care and manifesting more balance in your life. I feel like people are trying to thwart your balance. Okay, we're coming in with the, let's take that too. Okay, the Ace of Pentacles, the Two of Pentacles, and the Empress. Some of you could be a mother. Potentially, I'm picking up the energy of a mother who has lost a baby daddy, whether or not you were in a romantic relationship at the time that happened or not. I'm also getting, with the land back card and the Empress and kind of the money offer here, someone could have left you some land or money. It could have been a divine counterpart. It could have been a baby daddy. Could have been a father. But for a lot of you, I'm getting, with the channeled song Bad Habit, it could have been I'm getting two things. It could have been a romantic partner, but I'm also getting, bite your tongue like a bad habit. We could be dealing with like, this is a little bit more specific, so don't take this if it doesn't resonate, but bite your tongue like a bad habit, right? I believe, like for example, during a drug overdose, someone could bite their tongue, or someone having a seizure. It doesn't have to be drug related, but someone having a seizure, biting their tongue could resonate for someone here. And this could be like you got life insurance money, you got unexpected income, but the way that it came through was not what you would have wished for. Okay, so for many of you, it's being patient with yourself and knowing like that part was not in your control, you know. And so it's like, I hear that song, it's more of a rap song, I would say, but the line I'm hearing, he says something 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 something, that part, I'm butchering it, so don't quote me on it. If you know the song, put it in the comments. There could be a specific part, or that song could have a message for you, but there could be a specific part of the scenario that's like really tripping you up or messing with you. Okay, so the message here is like, let's let go of how this came in, and get more into how can you use it to benefit yourself and others, but mainly yourself. Okay, top and bottom of the deck, we have the Nine of Cups and we have the King of Cups. This is giving me the energy that you're with a partner you'd rather be with, or like a soulmate. Many of you are the water sign, or you are. And yeah, we got the King of Pentacles reversed. So for many of you, this was like a long-term partnership where the person passed, or a past husband. We have the Strength card reversed, and we have the Wheel. I feel that someone here could have passed due to that addiction, okay? For some of you, I'm also getting a son could have passed to addiction. And the bottom of the deck, I am getting the Three of Swords with the Three of Cups, which is giving me potentially end of life celebration. Okay, so I'm getting the energy of really doing like a grief journal here for those of you that are talking about literal death, literal grief and loss. This could have also been something that hasn't happened recently, but going into the retrograde, it's like, okay, actually this is still affecting you and you may not consciously be aware of it. Okay, so kind of think about that in your own life. Obviously you know what's going on, and there's parts where you may not know what's going on, or what's affecting you, or why do you randomly cry for no reason, something like that. So if you need to speak to a professional, you may want to get in there and resolve what's going on internally, because I feel like this could also, for those of you who have a new partner, or you're seeing someone new, the new partner, the new relationship could be triggering for you. Or like, say that you're someone who lost a son, well, your new partner has a son, and maybe they look just like your son, or they remind you of your child, like something like that. Okay, so whatever this is in your life, I am sending you a lot of light and love, a lot of healing energy, and I really hope that you journal or speak on these feelings, especially if I'm talking to a divine masculine here, because sometimes the divine masculine doesn't want to talk about their feelings. But just go out there and look for a safe place, or find someone who can create that safe space within you to open up about, to allow you to open up about this, because you deserve love in your life. Okay, All right, that's all I have for you today, pile 2. Thank you for being here. I'll see you in your next reading. Okay, bye. All right, pile number 3. I do want to say, first off, thank you so much for your Cash App donations. Don't forget to check out my Etsy shop. Your item today for your pile is this steampunk-esque feather hat pin, headband, clip, whatever. Okay, we have Started from the Bottom. Now we're here. Drake song, Started from the Bottom. One of the lines that really stuck out to me in this particular channeled song today is about fake friends. So I feel like, I don't know if that's going to be the theme of your reading, if you have a fake friend, or you've already cleared out a whole friend group and now you're looking for the real ones. Okay, we have the upper world, so you could need to go, you could be definitely a mystic, maybe a shaman, and you could need to go into the upper world to kind of create. It's giving me the energy like write down who your ideal bestie is, or your whole team, because Drake also talks about his whole team in that. Okay, there is an energy vampire kind of in the shadows here, whether you're aware of that or not. And we have the unicorn card. Spirit animal for you to work with at this time is a hummingbird. That's also giving me like, where are you going to find your nectar? Who's your home base? Who's your friends? For some of you, it could be you're manifesting a romantic partner, but you know you need healthy friends around as well. Okay, you could be a musician or love to listen to music. I also heard live music, so your lifestyle could be like in the music industry. I'm also feeling that I could be speaking to a talk radio host, someone who's a podcaster, another tarot reader, something like that. Okay, we have heart wisdom. I quiet my mind to hear the song of my heart. And we have the self-care card with the cats. Some of you could be allergic to cats and this is making you cringe. Others of you have just gotten a kitten, or that could be really healing for you if it's the right time and space. For some of you, that is the confirmation that it is the right time and space. We have the self-care card. I look after myself, body, mind, and soul. So really look after yourself here, because it's giving the energy that at this moment in time, no one else could be. I do want to say that sometimes I feel like in this, this particular pick a card reading, so almost like all 3 piles, if you're someone who's watched all 3 just for research or because you resonate with all 3, I feel like there's a message here of my mind was wiped, so I guess it's not gonna come through. Oh, okay. I think the specific message got wiped, but one of the messages here is that being friendless, what I want to say to you is like, that's not a bad thing. Okay, so don't let that lower your self-esteem. And that could be the blessing that propels your work. That could be the blessing that propels you to the upper world and makes you the unicorn. Okay, I don't like this little vampire energy down here, but we're gonna see what's going on. 10 of Pentacles and the Lovers. You could be really manifesting a lover, or you are in a happy commitment right now. You have a decision here. What is it about? The 9 of Pentacles. I feel that you're in a happy, loving connection for some of you. For some of you, that's what you're trying to manifest, but it's conflicting with, you view it as, is this going to conflict with my, is this going to conflict with my work, basically, with my art? In between that, we have the Knight of Pentacles. So also finances could be, am I in a financial, it's like prompting you to ask yourself, am I in the financial position for everything I'm manifesting? My intuition is saying at this moment, no, you're not. Even if I'm talking to the Jay-Z divine masculine-esque energy here, what do you think? That Jay-Z don't have more goals? Like, No, there's always going to be more goals, and you should always continue striving for, not in a greedy way, but like what's my next goal? And that could be like, okay, you have all the finances, but what are my goals of like, who am I going to give it to? What funds am I starting to continue giving after my passing? Like all kinds of stuff like that. You could want to listen to Drake interviews, recent ones. Personally, I haven't, but there could be something, especially if Drake is a role model, or if he's not a role model for you, maybe his influence and status is. Something similar like that is on your radar. And so it's like, depending on where you're at in your journey, it's like a solid team, a solid partner, and the money to back it. I feel that there's a need to verify with yourself that you deserve this. I think you're already written down manifestations, you're already doing visualization, stuff like that. But it's like bringing this in for those of you who haven't yet. It's a conversation about healing maybe your self-worth or childhood wounds. And for some of you, you could be in a place where you've started something and it feels like it's not going anywhere. So it's like, let's reevaluate. Is this going in the direction that I want it to, or is it time for a new project? Is it time for a new partner? You could have like the best, sweetest soulmate with you, but they're not that person that's going to pursue you. They're not that person who's going to push you to do more, and you actually know that you need that. So that could be tough too, because it's like, I love this person, but they're not, if I'm Jay-Z, they're not my Beyonce. Like, they may be Rihanna or whatever, but they're not Beyonce, okay? I'm feeling and kind of hearing this energy of there could be a temptation in the studio for those of you who work in a studio or who are recording artists. So be aware of that, okay? Because this vampire could be like, I feel that I'm speaking to a man, but you could be a female divine masculine. But I'm going to use the example as a man because that's mostly what I'm feeling here. There could be a unicorn vampire lurking here, like waiting to prowl. So if you're in a happy connection now, do not feed into this. Keep this very professional. Don't be alone with this energy vampire. I'm hearing some type of Bible voice about not being led into temptation. Okay. That kind of warnings here. I also think, I don't really follow what's happening in Drake's life, but there could be something about his relationships or who he's dated or been involved with that could be like, if you don't resonate with that or don't want that type of lifestyle, you could want to like review the tabloids if you want to avoid coming across like that a certain way. No judgment. I'm just saying there's certain things. I'm not even saying they're true, but look what's in the tabloids historically, and what do you want, you know, your media to look like. Okay, we have 6 of course. I heard chords. Some of you, number 6 could really be your number. It breaks down into, I feel like 2, 2, 2, or 3 and a 3. You could be 2, 2, 2 club. So maybe you have decided to stop, like I'm hearing stop acting the fool. So you could have been doing some foolish stuff. This could be a past energy for you. And this retrograde could be like, okay, what do we need to look at here? You could have overcome like maybe a sex addiction or a, let's just say like now you either are or being guided to making better decisions with like who you physically interact with. because there's been a lot of self-sabotage due to these vampires, okay? You would be surprised and shocked if you knew the truth about how these people are coming after you. One person I spoke to, they said they have the Matrix program that's like, these hoes will stop at nothing. We have the Empress reversed with the High Priestess. This is maybe even some like magic hoes. So just be aware. You could have I'm getting vampire witches, okay? Like not in a positive way, okay? I'm looking right now at the bottom of the deck that's staring at me. That is the Two of Swords. That is the Chariot and the Ten of Pentacles. I feel that this could be a time to consult. I feel that I'm also, this card keeps coming out, so I'm speaking to that masculine that's still up at night, okay? I'm getting the Two of Swords reversed, the Chariot reversed, and the Ten of Pentacles reversed. So it could be a time to heal childhood wounds, especially in regards to a father figure or a masculine mother. And for some of you, it could be, I'm also getting maybe time to speak to a spiritual advisor, especially if you are having dreams of an ancestor or really having them on your mind. A confirmation could be for someone. I'm seeing kind of like a shoebox with old pictures, or like a box of old pictures or photo album. You could have just received that or inherited that in some way, or found it while you're cleaning stuff. For some of you, it was while cleaning a storage unit. And it's like really reflecting on sitting down maybe with a spiritual advisor and being like, okay, what would this person's advice? What would their advice be to me at this time? But it could also be setting that intention and asking it to be shown to you in a dream. If you're a big, you get a lot of messages from your dream state. And we have the Six of Cups. This is giving the energy, okay, so like while this is a nice home, it looks sturdy, but it looks like there's a lot of people around here, and he's like, this isn't my castle, okay? So you could be in a nice stable home right now, but it's like, this isn't my mansion. We also have the Lovers reversed. Some of you, this could be in regards to a Gemini. Either you're a Gemini, the energy vampire is a Gemini, or your past ancestor is a Gemini. Okay, that should be some kind of confirmation for you here. So whatever you're struggling with or going to battle with, whether it's people, it's energy, I feel like there's maybe unseen forces here. You may need, especially if you are like a divine masculine and your intuition's off, or it's still, especially if you're like a younger divine masculine, you haven't been through your Saturn return in your later 20s, something like that. You may need to consult with someone to kind of borrow their intuition and get some further insight into what's going on here. So just keep going, keep visualization as your tool, and write down all your goals, get everything on paper. I really heavily feel like for the collective, there's a planning theme. So get those plans down on paper, pick up a happy planner, pick up whatever makes you feel good, pick up a sticker book, get back into getting all of your plans more so on paper, okay? That is what I have for your message today, Pile 3. Thank you so much for being here, and I'll see you in your next reading. Bye.